Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mahnoor Malik and roll number 4. My other group members are Maryam Khalid, Rimsha Imran, Abira Ijaz and Nimra Amjad. Today our topic of presentation is mood disorder. In mood disorder we will explain introduction, definition, types, causes, symptoms and the last one treatment of mood disorder. And the topic of my presentation is introduction to mood disorder, in which I will first explain history of mood disorder. In psychological disorder, different approaches exist. First one is the biological approach. It is believed that there is a problem in brain or body or any other physical problem that causes a psychological disorder. The second approach is the psychological approach. When our reasoning and behavior do not match and there is a conflict between our behavior and thinking, then psychological disorder arises. The third one is the four humors theory. Hippocrates' theory of four humors states that the human body is made up of four substances. The substances that make up the human body are: first one is black bile, yellow bile, blood and phlegm. Liver releases yellow bile. Phlegm releases from brain, spleen, a lymphatic system which fights infection releases black bile. And our body, arteries, veins, livers and heart releases blood. A person with a yellow bile is more ambitious, easily angered, passionate and aggressive, whereas a person with the blood bile is optimistic, courageous and positive in perception. A person with phlegm is thoughtful, reasonable, calm and lazy, whereas a person with black bile is depressed, serious, analytical, quiet and melancholy. Hippocrates' thought was that when the human system had too much humor, the result would be some type of mental or physical illness that manifested in the body. Mood disorder is related to the black bile released from spleen, which then darken the mood, called melancholia, a form of mood disorder. Black bile, a humor of medieval sociology, believed to be secreted by the kidneys or spleen and to cause melancholy. A feeling of pensive sadness, typically with no obvious cause. Melancholia is now seen as a specifier for mood disorder, that is a subtype of major depressive disorder. Mood disorder is a significant mental health condition characterized by persistent and intense feeling of sadness and hopelessness. Now, by the year 2020, mood disorder is estimated to be the second most important cause of disability worldwide. The prevalence rate of mood disorder is 1.5% and it is uniform throughout the world. Mood disorder are one of the most commonly occurring psychiatric mental health disorder. Mood disorder previously referred to as affective disorder. Next, I will explain the definition of mood disorder. To clearly understand the definition of mood disorder, you first understand what are moods. A sustained emotional attitude or any short-lived emotional state, usually of low intensity. Mood is a feeling tone that is expressed internally or externally and that influences a person's behavior. You may know the difference between being in a good mood when you tend to be happy and being in a bad mood when you tend to be sad. Mood are different from emotions in three aspects. The first one, mood are going for hours and emotion may only last in minutes. The second one, emotions are about something specific such as a person or a situation, whereas a mood is a general feeling, not a reaction to a particular situation. The third one is mood are not as intense as emotions. Mood are low intensity feeling. Rather than these differences, moods and emotions are linked. When you are in bad mood, you are inclined to have negative emotions such as sad, anger or afraid, but when you are in good mood, you are inclined to have positive emotions such as happy or hopeful. So the nature of emotion should inform us about the nature of mood. Now I will tell you what is mood disorder. A mood disorder is a mental health problem that affects a person's emotional state. It is a disorder in which a person experiences a long periods of extreme happiness, extreme sadness, or both. Mood disorder is a clinical condition prevailing emotional mood is inappropriate to the specified circumstances. Affective disorder are a group of disorder in which fundamental disturbance or changes in mood occur accompanied by overall change in level of activities. It is normal for someone's mood to change depending upon the situation. Mood disorder can cause change in your behavior and can affect your ability to deal with the routine activities. That's all from my side. For further explanation, I will like to call Rimsha Imran. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Nimsha Imran and I am going to discuss the types of mood disorders. Unipolar disorders are depression, dysthymia, and bipolar disorders are manic episode, bipolar 1, bipolar 2, and cyclothymic episodes. Other mood disorders are related to another health conditions and substance-induced mood disorders. What is depression? Depression is a common and serious medical illness that negatively affects how you feel, the way you think, and how you act. Fortunately, it is also treatable. Depression can occur at any age. Women are more likely than men to experience depression. Depression causes feelings of sadness, worthless, helpless, or loss of interest in activities you enjoy. It can lead to a variety of emotional and physical problems and can decrease your ability to function at work and at home. And often symptoms at least 2 weeks indicate depression. A cause of extreme depression is suicidal thoughts. Suicidal thoughts is thinking about, considering, and planning suicide. People feeling suicidal are overwhelmed by painful emotions and see that as the only way out and losing sight of the fact that suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary state. Most people who try to kill themselves but live later say that they are glad they did not die. These people isolate themselves from loved ones and friends. Any level of suicidal thoughts should be taken seriously. Dysthymia. Dysthymia is a milder but long-lasting form of depression. It is also called persistent depressive disorder. This is a chronic, low-grade, depressed or irritable mood that lasts for at least 2 years. People with this condition may also have bouts of major depression at times. Dysthymia affects women twice as often as men. There is no clear cause of this disorder, but mental health professionals think it is a result of chemical imbalances in the brain. Manic episode. Manic or mania is the mood of an abnormally elevated arousal energy level. This word is derived from the Greek word mania, meaning madness or frenzy. It is an alteration that is characterized by extreme happiness, extreme irritability, hyperactivity, little need for sleep, or racing thoughts which may lead to rapid speech and thinking. People may not eat while in manic episode. It lasts for at least 1 week or less. Mania can be dangerous for several reasons. Bipolar disorder. Bipolar 1 disorder is also known as manic depressive disorder. Bipolar 1 disorder can cause dramatic mood swings. During a manic episode, people with bipolar 1 disorder may feel high and on top of the world or unfortunately irritable. During a depressive episode, they may feel sad and hopeless. There are often periods of normal moods in between these episodes. Bipolar 1 disorder is diagnosed when a person has a manic episode. A severe form of manic episode requires hospitalization. Bipolar 2 disorder. Bipolar 2 disorder causes cycles of depression similar to those of bipolar 1. A person with this illness also experiences hypomania, which is a less severe form of mania. Hypomania periods are not as intense or disruptive as manic episodes. Someone with bipolar 2 disorder is usually able to handle daily responsibilities and does not require hospitalization. People return to usual function between these episodes. People with bipolar 2 often first seek treatment because of depressive symptoms, which can be severe. Cyclothymic disorder. It is a milder form of bipolar disorder, consists of cyclical mood swings. People with cyclothymic experience emotional ups and downs, but with less severe symptoms than bipolar 1 or bipolar 2. It increases risk of developing full-blown bipolar disorders. Related to another health conditions. Some well-known illness that can lead to a diagnosis of mood disorder caused by general medical condition can include neurological disorders, heart attacks, pancreatic disease, thyroid problem, cancers, and infection. Substance-induced mood disorders. Symptoms of depression and anxiety that are due to effects of medicine, drug abuse, alcoholism, exposure to toxin, and other forms of treatments are called as substance-induced mood disorders. This is all from my side. Now, my friend Nimra will further discuss the cause of mood disorders.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Nimra Amjad, and I'm going to tell you about the main causes of mood disorder. There may be several underlying factors depending on the type of disorder. Various genetic, biological, environmental, and other factors have been associated with mood disorder. Risk factors include family history, like if someone in the family have this disorder, it can be inherited from generation to generation. On the other hand, in twin case, if one twin is present with a mood disorder, the identical twin is approximately 3 times more likely than a fraternal twin to have a mood disorder. Another cause can also be trauma, stress, and major life-changing events. Other reasons can also be physical. Depression has been linked to major diseases such like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. Another cause can also be due to brain structure and function in the case of bipolar disorder. The most enduring theories involve neurotransmitters, which are chemicals in the brain causing an imbalance that leads to depression. This apparent contradiction is addressed by the permissive theory about mood disorders. Low serotonin may open the door to a mood disorder and permit norepinephrine activity to define the particular form. The disorder plus low is equal to depression, while low serotonin plus high norepinephrine is equal to mania. In short, several factors working together in brain causes bipolar disorder. Other reasons can also be drugs and negative cognitive style. Lastly, I would like to include the factor of rapid hormonal change, loose gain. So this was all from my side. Let's have a look at the symptoms of mood disorder by Abira. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Myself Abir Ijaz. Today, the topic of my presentation is symptoms of mood disorders. There might be various symptoms which shows or indicates the mood disorder. Number one is irritability. Irritability is the state of being touchy, grumpy, or moody. Aggression is the state in which person might be feeling forcefulness in his mind or a pressure. Next is hostility. In hostility, there might be bitterness or unkindness in the manner. An ongoing sad is the state of continuous sadness in which a person shows loss of interest in an event or someone or out towards something. Emptiness is the state of feeling helplessness, and anxious mood is the state of being disturbed or worried. Moving towards next. Next is changes in appetite or weight. Changes in appetite is the indication in which person might have irregular eating patterns or maybe random cravings or thirst towards something, or which might be have changes in weight also, and that leads to a bad health. Changes in sleep patterns is the indication of mood disorder in which a person might have irregular gaps between sleep. It might lead to a bad health and mental fatigue. Next is difficult in concentrating. It is also a sign of mood disorder in which person might not focus on a specific task or a specific event or towards something. There might be stress in his mind and that leads to a bad focus. This is all from my side. Now I would like to invite next member to represent his or her slides. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum.
Myself, Mariam Khalid, roll number 2. Now I will further explain the topic. That is, when you're having a mood disorder, how do you come to know that you need to see a doctor? So, if you are concerned that you may have a mood disorder, make an appointment to see a doctor or a mental health professional as soon as you can. If you are reluctant to seek treatment, talk to a friend or loved one, a faith leader, or someone else you trust. So talk to a healthcare professional if you feel like your emotions are interfering with your work, relationships, social activities, or other parts of your life. Have trouble with drinking or drugs. Have suicidal thoughts or behaviors. Seek emergency treatment immediately. Next, I will talk about the treatments of mood disorder. For most people, mood disorders can be successfully treated with medications and talk therapies. First, I will explain how mood disorders can be treated with the help of medications. The first method is antidepressant. Many different medications are available to treat depression and depressive episodes of bipolar disorder. Some of the most widely used drugs are selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors. These include citalopram, escitalopram, sertraline, fluoxetine, and paroxetine. Serotonin, norepinephrine reuptake inhibitors include duloxetine and venlafaxine, etc. Older types of antidepressants include tricyclic, monoamine, and tetracyclic antidepressants. Although different types are found to work equally well, some antidepressants may be more effective depending on the individual. It is important to take the antidepressants as prescribed and continue taking them even if you feel better. Usually, an antidepressant must be taken as prescribed for 4 to 6 weeks before it begins to work. The second method in the medication is mood stabilizers. So, these medications help to regulate the mood swings that occur with bipolar disorder or other disorders. They reduce abnormal brain activity. Mood stabilizers may also be prescribed along with the antidepressants in some cases. Some of the most widely used mood stabilizers include lithium and anticonvulsant drugs, such as valproic acid and lamotrigine, etc. The third method in the medication is antipsychotics. Patients with bipolar disorder who experience mania or mixed episodes may be treated with antipsychotic drugs. Antipsychotic drugs may also sometimes be used to treat depression if symptoms are not controlled with an antidepressant alone. Next, further in the treatment of mood disorder, I will discuss psychotherapy. Psychotherapy, which is also called as talk therapy. There are basically 3 types of psychotherapies. The first one is cognitive behavioral therapy. The second one is interpersonal therapy. And the third one is problem-solving therapy. So let's start with the cognitive behavioral therapy. Cognitive behavioral therapy is a psychosocial intervention that aims to improve mental health. CBT focuses on challenging and changing unhelpful cognitive distortions and behaviors, improving emotional regulation, and the development of personal coping strategies that target solving current problems. The second one is interpersonal therapy. Interpersonal therapy is a brief attachment-focused therapy that centers on resolving interpersonal problems and symptomatic recovery. It is an empirically spotted treatment that follows a highly structured and time-limited approach and is intended to be completed within 12 to 16 weeks. The third one is problem-solving therapy. So problem-solving therapy is a form of therapy that involves providing patients with tools to identify and solve problems that arise from their life stressors, both big and small, to improve overall quality of life and reduce the negative impact of psychological and physical illness. Next, in mood disorder, I will discuss the brain stimulation therapies. There are two types of brain stimulation therapies. The first one is electroconvulsive therapy, that is ECT, and the second one is repetitive transcranial magnetic stimulation, that is RTMS. So let's see what is ECT. Electroconvulsive therapy, which was formerly known as electroshock therapy. It is a psychiatric treatment in which seizures in the brain are electrically induced in patients to provide relief from mental disorders. The second one is repetitive transcranial magnetic stimulation, which is also known as repetitive transcranial magnetic stimulation. It is a non-invasive form of brain stimulation in which a changing magnetic field is used to cause electric current at a specific area of the brain through electromagnetic induction. This last method to treat mood disorders is actually used when the first two methods are not in use. It is the obvious case. So that was all from our side. Now, if you have any questions, then you can ask. Thank you.